Hi guys, it's me Christy, and today I'm coming to you guys with something different. So I'm not sure if you've watched the TV series How I Met Your Mother, but Barney and Ted have this game or like this sort of scheme to meet women, and one of those is by Barney going, "Have you met Ted?" And then he just introduces Ted real quick and then walks away. So this this series is this is a new series I want to do, and basically instead of hooking you up with someone, I'm trying to hook you up with an author, and I'm gonna be calling it like Have You Met Blank. So my first video in this series is Have You Met Tamora? Ay. Have you met Tamora Pierce? She is a female author, and she has over 28 books plus short stories, and she's one of the first female fantasy authors I've ever read and enjoyed, and continuously bought books from. Every time she comes out, it's always like a huge deal for me, and she came to me at the right time in my life, and basically she helped me kind of sort of grow up, and also made me feel like I wasn't really alone, because like most books or like series, they show like, oh, this young girl's coming of age or she's finding her voice, but they don't really tell you about those things that you sort of wonder, like your first romance, falling out of love, finding your own voice, finding your own strength, as well as sort of navigating your way through life. So her books are kind of like that. They're very coming of age for young girls, and it's also a really great thing because it's a fantasy series, and I like how she expands on the first world she built, which is Tortal. And she also has a second world called Mindalen, but that's for the second part of this video. Anyway, so her first world is called Tortal, the Tortal series. She has a lot of books based on that world. She has losing my train of thought because I'm so excited. Anyway, she has like about about five series in that, based off of that world, both in the quote-unquote present and then the past, which gives her world a lot of history and weight to it. And not just that, but her female characters, even her male characters, are very diverse, and the kind of series that she writes about, it sort of goes into each like almost subgenre of fantasy. Like in her first series, which is the Song of the Lioness Quartet, it's about a girl who impersonates her twin brother to become a knight, because she wants to become a knight and her twin brother wants to become a mage. So that's very almost like I'm not gonna say really typical, but it's nothing exactly very new, but at the same time it's also unique for a woman to write about this from a woman's perspective. And then her second series, which is called The Immortals, and as you can tell, it's more brightly colored. This is about a girl who is mostly magic, while the first one is like magic and Warcraft and stuff like that, and love and falling in and out of love, blah blah blah. This one is mostly about a girl who was an outsider, and she doesn't realize she has a unique sort of strain of magic within her, so she just automatically thinks she's crazy, and everyone else thinks she's crazy too, and they treat her like she's crazy because they don't know the kind of magic she has. And the best part about it is the characters from her second series here also have sort of like mentors or the honorable mentions from here. So it's like it's the same world, the same people, but it's two different sets of books, and you can still follow her characters from here in here, and it's like you never really leave. It's just the same. And from there it branches out to the Protector of the Small series, which is another quartet. It's called First Test. It's also about a girl this one is not, she has no magic powers whatsoever. She's not like that unique chosen one type thing. She's real. I just remember the first time I read the Protector of the Small series, and I just remember thinking, this character is real. The only thing she really has is the fact that she's very, very tall, and she is an inherently good person. She has a great character. She really reminds me of Brienne of Tarth if you watch Game of Thrones. And this is actually one of the best quartets in her Tortal series. And yeah, this was just like, yeah. This is one I would highly recommend if you want to start on Tamora Pierce, because it's one of, for me, it's one of her better series. And then branching off from that is the an even younger generation, and that is the Trickster's Choice, which this follows Ali, who is the daughter of Alana. So as you can see, she has a lot to live up to because her mom is like this knight hero. She's like the king's knight or something. I forgot, it's been a while since I read these. Anyways, so when I read this is actually the first book that I've ever read from Tamora Pierce, and I remember thinking like, she doesn't know her direction in life. She has all this energy and things she wants to do, but at the same time she doesn't want to do it because she doesn't know what to do. And she ends up going on this mission where she finds her voice and her strength and her purpose. And that just really endeared me to Tamora Pierce. And after this, I recommended it to my friend Kara, and then Kara bought more books, and then that's how we ended up having all of these Tamora Pierce books and also sharing the same bookshelves. And then the prequel series, like a trilogy, which I don't have the books of, but there was Kara, and it's the Becca Cooper series. It's very Sherlock Holmes. It's also about a girl who has sort of magic within her. She can talk to spirits, or like she can see and hear the spirits of the dead who ride on pigeons. And that's how she solves crimes, because she's also a policewoman basically. And that one's a really good one as well if you're into like a crime, young adult type fantasy book. And then from this whole Tortal series, it branches off into the Mindaland series, which takes place, I think, in about the same world but in a different setting. And this follows 4 mages, and it's called like this series is called The Circle Opens, which is these mages already finding their voice and expanding on their powers and finding their own students. I don't actually have the first series, the first quartet in this new world, because I got confused when I was buying these, and I thought this was the first series. I was wrong. I'm most likely going to be buying the first series when I go to Manila at some point. So yes, that's it. And then they also have their own other book called The Empress, Will of the Empress. Very, very good. So to sum this all up, I recommend Tamora Pierce because she has great coming of age stories, and they're real, and they have they feature real problems, like I said, falling in love, falling out of love, even going so far as to talk about like a girl's first period. And like I have never read at that point that part of like a real life person happening in a book ever before I read Tamora Pierce. And you know, for that I think she deserves some kudos, because I mean, like, how can like a girl who's like 15 travel through the forest for months and not get her period? I mean, you know, unless you're highly irregular. But still, at least this is real. And then on top of that, she's got incredible world building, and she builds on her world, like the same setting with different characters, and it just gives you more and more glimpses of her imagination, and it's just like a really fun ride. And it's like meeting people that you've known before, and you just, you know, you never leave. It's a comfortable setting. And she has really great female leads. They're realistic and they're strong, and her books have been out for a while, so you know, you can start whichever series that I just showed you. Just pick one up, whichever, and have fun. Just go at it. And I recommend, out of all of these books, which you should read first would be either The Protector of This Small series, or Becca Cooper, or Alana, The First Adventure. So yeah, that's it. I hope you like my rambling about this amazing author. And, you know, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!